Okay, this is Australia. Today is 2nd of June 2018, and I'm back after having a few shaves with this beautiful leaf shave razor for a few days. And man, what is this thing they've created? I'm just gonna get these aside. This thing is a work of art. I'm just gonna zoom out a little bit, get rid of this, and yeah, so as I said in my earlier unboxing and the first impressions, I stick to what I said. This thing is a work of art. This is like high quality stuff. They have left no stone unturned in getting it right at most of the places. Most of the things, oh, just this thing is just amazing. And yeah, so just have a look at it. Look at its finish. Look at this thing. This is the shaft or the handle. It forks out like this. This is what it is. The blades, you can see them in there, and it's just phenomenal. It's just amazing how they've done it. It's just, I mean, I don't know how. Yeah, so clearly they really sat and thought really deep before they put this thing into manufacturing. And one thing I did want to highlight is how it negotiates the curves of your face, especially around the jawbone. Look at this excursion, this angle. So here till here, it's like almost like 90 degrees or so, or if not really 90 degrees, it's probably close to 60, definitely 60 to 70 for sure. And this is I got a Bluetooth out, a new one, and look at this. This is like hardly 30 to 45 degrees of excursion or angulation or swivel or whatever you want to call it. And look at this thing. It's got blades loaded in it, so I'm being very careful. Look at this thing. Oh my God, like just like no corner of your, well, no curve of your face is beyond this thing's reach. And and some people said the spring should be stronger. I mean, I don't know if the spring is stronger, you have to push the handle more to allow it to negotiate or to swivel, angulate back and forth. And you really don't want to use a lot of force when you're running two blades or three blades across your skin. It's a very slippery slope, literally and metaphorically. Oh, there you are. So yeah, so I don't think this spring needs to be tighter. If you look at this Gillette Bluetooth, it's got very minimal spring, if at all any. I think there is a bit of a very weak kind of spring or plasticky thing, but it's not much spring at all. And I definitely do not think that this needs to have a stronger spring. I don't know. The question is this going to get more loose over time? Because I don't think I want that. And generally speaking, if you look at the automobile industry, they do this. They put something in the machine and it does this like 5,000 times or 10,000 times to see if the spring will loosen up. And they do this with several of their equipments like that, and in other industries too. So that might be worth looking into. Adam. And but today's quick review is in particular about the ergonomics of the handle. Now, first things first. So knowing about the handle today and what I knew about it or didn't know about it on the time of the purchase, and knowing how much this piece is beautiful that I admire today, and if I knew it at the time of purchase, would I still have gone for purchasing this razor? Absolutely friggin' yes, absolutely. In fact, so much so that I saw another review by someone with the black leaf shave razor, and man, I am drooling to get that one. That's got a totally different look to it. It's and see, the thing is, this thing is so finely finished. You look at it, you hold it, and you just don't feel like putting it down. It's a work of art, as I said earlier on. And don't take my word. Go into a store. I don't know if this is available in stores or not, but I highly recommend you guys go in and have a look at this thing to understand, to really admire. I don't think the words or a video can do justice, although it does give you a bit of an idea. So the ergonomics. What are the ergonomics? Now look at this thing, and I'm sure you guys will understand when I say this. I'm going to zoom out. So see, it's a bit thicker here, and it tapers in as you go close towards the head. And there are bit of markings here, but they do not allow a very good grip when you are actually using this. So what's happened is I'm shaving and hands are wet and it actually slips sometimes. So I actually have to rest it like this, and because it's triangular in cross section, if you can see, it it can't rest like this. I can't hold it. It keeps tends to slip this way or this way. So that's a big ergonomic issue because Houston, we have a problem. So, but as I said, I would still buy it just because it's such a beautiful piece of artwork, man. So and compare this with the old razors, which this is a Parker. I don't remember what the name was. Parker variant, I think. So look at this. See, so all these things, they were there for a reason. So yeah, so I don't know if that's what needs to be put in, because for one, I would definitely like more grip. And one way of doing that would be to actually make the shaft, instead of triangular in cross section, and make it octagonal, which is like with 8 small sides, and that works very well. And as a doctor, we use probes to take out stuff from the ears, which has got like very fine 8 sides to it. And what that does is, I'm just going to zoom out a little bit. And see, it's very hard to rotate it. See, that's how much the gap is, so it gives a jerk. But if it's got 8 sides, it just do this. You can just do this, and it turns the hook or the probe at the end. And that's one way of doing it. I'm not sure if that's the only way of doing it, or I reckon you guys should, at the manufacturers, at the Leaf Shave, should actually make a few dummies and experiment with them, because this certainly needs to be sorted out. Because what's happened is I was shaving, and as I'm pulling the blade down, because it slipped in my hand, it actually went sideways. And luckily I didn't get a cut on my face. But of course, this is not this is something major. So I don't know. Another way of doing it is make one model like this, make another model which is something like this, because I'm sure there are people who love this finishing and love this, form of the handle or the handle factor. But for me, it's a major ergonomic issue. And ergonomics can become so important down the line that initially you love something, but you eventually end up giving it up and substitute with something else, which is what the case with iPhone is. They've made so thinner and so lighter. Well, yeah, lighter, but thinner is not always better, because now I can't hold the friggin' thing in my hand. So I'm planning to go back to the good old business phone BlackBerry as soon as they release their Key 2 device. So yeah, goodbye to iPhone. Yeah, it's just ergonomics and practical utility through the daily life and daily use is absolutely essential. There's simply no way around it. So that's what my thoughts are about the ergonomics. So once again, to reiterate, this is a piece of art. This knowing what I know about its handle before I purchased it, and also to factor in the fact my admiration for this as a work of art and its beauty and finish. If I knew both things, would I have purchased it still, with the knowledge that its ergonomics were not my most favorite ergonomics? As I said, absolutely, hell yeah, I would have purchased it. It's just worth having this piece in your collection. Yeah, so, but the sideway movements and the triangular thing is just it's an issue, guys. So please sort it out. Thank you very much. And me signing out, and have a good night.